another Sunday drive. However, this is not a Sunday. This is a Wednesday before Thanksgiving. We're on our way up to Washington to spend Thanksgiving with my youngest son and our grandbabies. And yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's been a while since we've seen them. So, are we still on 205?
We are in Washington.
Oh, we are in Washington right now. That's right. We just crossed over the Columbia just a minute or two ago. So this would be the Vancouver area. We started out this trek first thing this morning. However, we ended up going home because it felt like the transmission in the Suburban was messing up on us. Well, Scott went and had the codes read that were being thrown, and it ended up not being the transmission. It ended up being something simple that he could fix, and he fixed it. And so we got out about noon, or shortly after noon, to head up here. And I'm not exactly sure what time it is now. It's about 2:15. Traffic has been heavy, as we suspected, because this is the day before the holiday. And we're not coming back on Sunday. We're actually going home on Saturday.
I refuse to drive on Sunday.
Yep, that will be a nightmare. It always is around here. Not up necessarily in Washington, but I'm sure it is. It is in Oregon, especially I-5. And going through the Portland area is bad enough without having to go through on a day that everybody's traveling to go home from somewhere. We don't get ice or snow, that's good. Because it's not very fun when you're pulling a trailer.
And it's not very fun sitting here on the Interstate 205 parking lot either.
Yeah. We say that about I-5 a lot. It's a parking lot a lot. Sometimes even other places are like that, but the main interstates are usually the problem. sorry about my yawning too. It's like I maybe got, I don't know, 5 hours sleep last night, maybe. And dealing with an upset stomach and the whole bit. I made my grandbabies cry earlier this morning, and I didn't mean to, but I told them that we probably weren't going to be coming because we thought that it was a transmission issue that we were having.
Yeah, the issue that we were having, this entire vehicle was not acting right. And it was not shifting right. There was no power. There was some hesitation in it, just all kinds of weird things. And went to my local wrench bender, explained to him all the symptoms. He plugged in the code, and we had number 7 cylinder with a misfire. So I replaced the spark plug wire, and that fixed it. So now it's running back to normal.
Yep.
This rig is just old enough where you can still do some shade tree mechanicing on it. Anything much newer than this, you can't do much shade tree mechanicing on it.
Lots and lots of traffic.
But this route's going to take us, of course, we're going to dive back onto Interstate 205. Then we're going to head on north through Woodland, Washington, Chehalis, Longview, Kelso, all those areas. Then we're going to get into Olympia, go past Lewis McCord Joint Base, and just to north of that, then we head east on Highway 512 towards Puyallup, however you say it. Puyallup or Puyallup or whatever.
Puyallup.
And then we go east till we get to our destination.
Still got a ways to go. So I'm going to pause it right here, and when we get up to something more interesting other than traffic, I will bring you back up.
And this could be a short video because there's really not much interesting through here, so who knows? But
who knows? See ya. So we're finally up near Tacoma.
we're in Olympia.
Oh, Olympia, sorry. And yeah, what a day this has been. It's been really heavy traffic, and we unexpectedly had to stop and get more gas. So we're running later than we expected to. But look at the other side over there. Boy, they're packed on that side. It was like that for us too, back further, but right at the moment, it's okay at the moment. Yep. Might be an issue because there goes a police officer. It's not just here though. We have a lot of people in Oregon that drive like crazy too. What's really annoying is, we're in a Suburban, we're pulling a trailer, and people want to pull over right in front of us and then stop. It's not a good idea. People do that to truck drivers all the time too, and I'm telling you, down near Wilsonville in Oregon, there's been several accidents where a car has cut a semi off, and all of a sudden traffic stopped, and they got ran over because that truck driver couldn't get stopped in time. There is a reason why they tell you to keep 3 car lengths between you and the car in front of you. It's not a gap to fill in with another car, or 2 or 3.
Not been a fun, enjoyable drive that all of you like to expect to hear from us.
We're excited still to be going, but it's been a long day, longer than we wanted it to be. It's about 4:15 now, and we still got close to an hour before we get there. It says Tacoma's 22 minutes.
28 minutes, 22 miles.
Oh, 22 miles, sorry. 28 minutes to get through there. Oh,
Because in front of Lewis McCourt Joint Base, it is, I can see it now on my map, it is a mess.
Yep, I can already see it.
So, this is why I was wanting to leave this morning, but the powers that be didn't allow it.
Ooh, a big Cabela's. I like Cabela's. We were watching another YouTuber the other day, a YouTube creator, Eric, and
Nomadic Fanatic.
Yes. And he was at a pro bass shop, or drove by one, and it was actually very huge. It was huge.
Well, the Bass
pyramid.
That
yeah.
was Fab Rats.
Oh yeah, that was Fab Rats.
Fab Rats, Merlin's Old School Garage, and Chad's Fab. All three of them were off on an adventure to drop a boat off and pick up another car. And they're based in Utah area, and they had to go to Georgia. And they drove through Memphis, and she's commenting about the big pyramid there in Memphis.
Yep, that's right. I got them mixed up. We were watching some and trying to get caught up on some of Scott's, some of the stuff that Scott watches a lot. I am way behind on mine, but I'll get caught up. Anyway. Talking on the way up here about some of the places that we'd like to see up here or go back and see again. Spend some time in a few areas.
And here we're coming up on the next slowdown. Just get out, yeah. At least it's not too bad or too long. But there's one, possibly two accidents. Old accidents. It's just a residual traffic from.
Washington has a bunch of bridges like this.
Train that was going over just a bit ago.
Oh, okay.
I just saw it.
I missed it. Starting to sprinkle a little bit, even though we don't have that many clouds above us, really.
And then we're coming up on this bridge right here. Several years ago, this is where the Amtrak was going southbound, going too fast around the corner, and derailed and ended up in the middle of the Interstate 5 right here.
Yeah. Or on the other side.
Nope, it happened right here too.
Here.
There's both sides were blocked off.
Okay.
But yeah, both sides were impacted by it.
Yep. funny happened to us when we didn't have the camera on too. We passed a way station, and the thing caught us on whatever they have, and it said must exit.
Yep. There's no semis around me, and it flagged me to stop and exit.
I mean,
I'm not a commercial carrier. I don't need to stop at a way station.
That was too funny.
But the trailer's probably tall enough. That's probably what it's using as a height sensor. But that was weird. I've never had that happen before. And I am far below the 26,000 pounds needed for a commercial driver's license.
Yeah.
The Washington Department of Transportation spent millions and millions and millions of dollars to eliminate congestion through this stretch of Joint Base Lewis McChord here on Interstate 5. And guess what? We still have congestion.
Every time we come up here, we have congestion.
And unfortunately, it is it's after 1600 hours, and they are releasing the soldiers for the long weekend, and so we're going to have nasty traffic. This is why we were wanting to come up here this morning.
Yep.
This is one of the main reasons right here. I've driven this stretch enough times. I know what to expect at this time of day, and it's never fun.
Truck's gonna force his way in there. Yep.
Yep, they do.
Yep. That pickup almost had a nose job.
But yeah, they spent all kinds of money trying to make this wider and better and everything else, and we still have problems. Everybody looking forward, we have got some plans for this channel for you guys. We've got some really fun places that we're going to be taking you, and we're excited about it. Been doing some groundwork, been doing some planning for it, getting the drive routes all figured out. And I think it's going to be fun for a lot of you, especially for those of you who are not familiar with what we have here in the Northwest. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
I'm sure that some of them will. It will be fun. It'll be fun to do that. Like one of the barracks or whatever.
No, that's the National Guard. That's the museum.
Oh, that's the museum.
Right.
Okay.
That side's the National Guard.
Oh, okay.
This side over here is active duty.
It's over here, but you can't see it now because of the phones, but I was thinking it was on the other side. Nope.
There's some of the quarters right there. Those are officer quarters.
Okay.
And then there's some of the enlisted quarters are over here.
Oh, those officer quarters look like the ones at that campgrounds that we stayed at up on the peninsula.
Oh, up at Port Townsend.
Was that it?
Yeah, Port Townsend.
Okay. Yeah, remember we went around and took pictures of that building.
Yep.
Of buildings.
Yep.
But there was one huge main building, and then there were officers' quarters on either side of them too.
Yep.
With a big, huge green space in between.
See, now the traffic's thinned out for us, but we'll get the southbound side.
Yeah.
A lot of good all their money spent that they spent did.
Yeah.
I still get. I've been out of the Army now since 1992, National Guard since 1996. And the feeling that I get in my gut when I drive past this place is still one of those sickening ill feelings. I never did serve here. I was up here on base twice, and I was almost so sick to my stomach, I could not handle it. There's just something about being here that just makes me want to be ill. I get away from this base and I'm okay, but driving by it, just something about it.
His time in the service was not all bad, though. You should hear him tell some of his stories. Oh boy. He's got some whoppers. Longer.
No, we're gonna be parking the trailer in an unfamiliar spot in the dark.
Yeah.
And another thing I was trying to avoid. Everything that we tried to avoid today, we couldn't.
Yep. Did not.
All because of a spark plug wire that went bad.
be some more for this weekend, so I'm gonna end this one right here for now, and I'll see you next time.